Hello everybody and welcome to another Lidosta Riga airport update. Today we are here back in Riga, Latvia, the capital city of Latvia, where we are back for another airport update. It's been a while since we've been back here. We have plenty of aircraft to get to today, so let's not waste any further time and get into our airport update. We are starting in this the southern end of the B Bravo pier here. So we have all three of these gates filled, Bravo 5, Bravo 7, and Bravo 9. Again, all the way in the back there, we have the Estonian flag livery on the airBaltic A220-300. This is actually for the Lithuanian flag livery, which unfortunately there is not a model of in 1:400 scale, but once it is made, I will definitely pick it up. So we have all three of the Baltic states represented in the collection. But back there, we have the Estonian flag livery, right in from Palma de Mallorca. We'll be heading out to Zurich, Switzerland. In the middle here, we have this A220-300, which arrived in from Petras, and it will be heading out to Paris-Charles de Gaulle. So the flight in from Petras was a repositioning flight, I believe. So, or maybe it was a charter. I'm not really sure. Petras is not a typical destination for airBaltic. That is in Greece, and the flight number was 7730, which is not a typical flight number that airBaltic would operate. So as you can see, either a repositioning flight or a charter flight for some reason. I'm not really sure what's up with that one, but I did park here at Bravo 7, which, funnily enough, is the only gate in this entire pier that has jet bridge. For whatever reason, the rest of them do not have that. This one does for whatever reason. So that is the only one left in this pier that has a jet bridge, and then there are a few on the other one. But for whatever reason, Riga has been liking to remove their jet bridges over the past few years, because they did used to have a lot more on both sides of this pier. I don't know whether to call it concourse or pier. And now there's only this one left at Bravo 7, which is a bit interesting. But our final aircraft here is this Transavia Airlines 737-800. You can see that it's in the Sun Country hybrid livery, but this is operating for Transavia today. And this one arrived in from Amsterdam Schiphol, and it will be heading back out there today on the turnaround. Currently getting the boarding started up there. You can see the buses making their way to the aircraft here, and they'll get this guy boarded up for the service out to Amsterdam. And now to the other side of the B gates here, we will begin on the aircraft nearest to you. On the foreground, we have the Norwegian 737-800, which is flying in for a MAX 8. We have been seeing a lot of Norwegian MAX 8s flying into Riga recently, so this aircraft is inaccurate. I believe that has been the case for many of these recent airport updates. So I might have to get me a Norwegian MAX 8 next. But yes, this one arrived in from Oslo, heading out to Copenhagen. Behind that one here, we have this blank A320, which is operating for Heston Airlines today, but it is a wet lease for airBaltic. So this one arrived in from Hedakloin, and it will be heading out to Milan today. But both of those are leases for airBaltic. It's the summer season, so we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing that again. The airBaltic's been doing that pretty consistently for the past 3 summers, leasing from a whole bunch of different airlines, and Heston Airlines from Lithuania is one of them. Finally, there at the very top of your screen, we have this 737-800 for Ryanair. This one arrived in from Warsaw, Poland, and it'll be heading out to Stockholm, Arlanda. And now we move into the C gates here, which is the non-Schengen gates, at least for arrivals. We'll begin with this airBaltic A220-300 in the older airBaltic livery, which is still pretty similar, just has a little bit less green on it. This one arrived in from Dublin, Ireland, and it'll be heading out to Tallinn, Estonia. And now to our final 3 aircraft here on the other side of the C concourse, C pier, C gates. We'll begin with the airBaltic A220-300 there in the Latvian 100 Years of Independence livery. This one arrived in from Rhodes, and it'll be heading out to London Gatwick here. You can see they're getting loaded up here, the bags, and the passengers are beginning to board as well. And next to that one here, we have this airBaltic Fokker 50. These are obviously not flown anymore by airBaltic, but there have only been 5 airBaltic models that have ever been made, so I'm using all 5 of them in this airport update. This is the earliest example of an airBaltic model made by JC Wings, and so this Fokker 50 is filling in for an A220-300, which is the only aircraft that airBaltic has in their fleet. This one arrived in from Vilnius, Lithuania, and it'll be heading out to Brussels, Belgium. Finally, all the way in the back there, we have the Ryanair 737-800, this one with the split scimitar winglets. And this one arrived in from London Stansted and is currently getting pushed back for the return service back out to London. So yeah, there are service from Riga to 3 different London airports, which is quite insane. It actually used to be 4, or well, I suppose Wizz Air ended their London Luton service before British Airways started their London Heathrow service. But airBaltic flies to Gatwick, Ryanair to Stansted, and then British Airways to Heathrow. So that's really funny right there that we have 3 different London airports. And if Wizz Air continued their service to Luton, then we'd have 4. We would just be missing City, which I don't think is ever going to happen, and then Southend, which that airport's kind of dead at this point anyways. But yeah, that'll do it for today's airport update. Thank you all for checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.